Hello guys and gals, it is I, the Monster, and today we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite anime of all time. Now, before we start, I want to mention that there's another video that I put out today with this video, which is a little update where I've been, what the hell's going on with the channel, yada yada yada. The future is safe, that's all I'm going to say. If you want to watch that after, go right ahead. I'll never hold a gun to your head to do it. I also mentioned that in the video too. Anyways, so, we're going to talk about this. I am absolutely atrocious at collecting anime. However, over the years, I've watched a ton of it. I've even went through a phase where I wasn't into it at all, which is where all the old Grinds My Gears episodes come into play. And so you're going to see a lot of season 1s and stuff, but I will tell you right now, as a kid, I was a sponge. I soaked up every anime I could watch. Saturday morning cartoons, after school blocks, Toonami, all that. I watched them all. Anyways, without further ado, here is my top 5 anime of all time. Number 5, Digimon, Digital Monsters. Now, some of you out there will say that this is a copycat of Pokemon, and I will let you know right now that it is nowhere even close to Pokemon. The only thing that is very similar is the fact that it's kids with little monsters. All of them talk, they all have personality, they all have different forms. There's way more than 2 or 3 evolutions, say, in Pokemon. The story is pretty sophisticated, the bad guys are pretty sophisticated, and the kids are very complex with their own personalities. Tai, the leader, is very headstrong. You have Matt, who's kind of the badass of the group. You have Iggy, who's very smart. He's a computer whiz. You know, you have Sora, who's kind of too kind for words. You got Mimi, who's a dumbass. You have all these different characters, and Joe, and TK, you know, and they just constantly go through this saga of different things, and season 1 is so big that they have to split up into 2 parts, probably for money reasons, but it's a huge story arc, and it connects into season 2, which is fantastic as well, where they build the towers and they stop the Digivolutions. And then you have season 3, which is the cards, which is a really good season. It's one of my favorites. And then you have the other stuff that came out, like the one where they turn into Digimon and whatnot. So in any case, this is a great series. I love it. I highly recommend it. I think it's on Netflix right now, but I'm one of the dorks that collects these, and I think you guys should definitely check out Digimon. It is an underrated gem in some people's eyes. It's a great show. It's great. It's great. Okay, next. Number 4, Trigun. Now, this I actually saw on Adult Swim several years ago when it first started. It's about this vandal named Vash the Stampede who's known for killing numerous people around the galaxy. It's like a space western, and Johnny Young Bosch, who was the Black Power Ranger in like the 2nd or 3rd season of the Power Rangers, does his voice. And basically it's about like these people that go after him, and then the people that go after him, the 2 girls join him, and this other guy, he's got a giant cross, and like, well, they fight all these bandits and rogues, and he's got this whole personal dilemma with his crazy ass brother, and it's an amazing anime. Admittedly, I haven't remembered most of it. That's why I bought this, because I want to watch them all again. But this was a fantastic show. The setting, the characters, the art, it's a beautiful show. If you don't like Trigun, you don't like anime. Yeah, I fucking said it. Number 3, Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, this one I hold dear to my heart. Again, I'm part of the Toonami generation. This shows up on Toonami. I fell in love with this. I consider Yusuke, Kubara, Hiei, and Kurama to be like the Beatles of anime. Not in terms of I don't know, the level, but just like the 4 of them, they're just so bro and so tight. It's awesome. Basically, it's about Yusuke. He is a bully in high school or middle school, I think, and he's an asshole, and he saves this kid, and he ends up coming back in the spirit realm, and they have this whole thing where they fight in martial arts tournaments, and he's part demon, and he fights with demons, and it's nuts. It's a crazy storyline, but it's so damn good, and it never holds back. It's always brutal, and it's always like badass and tough. I remember, like, I think they aired the episodes on Toonami, and like they were allowed to say damn and stuff. And every arc gets progressively crazier and crazier. One of them is kind of iffy. I think it was the Sensui one was alright. But this show is phenomenal. I love everything about it, and I'm telling you guys, like, even just the old style, like this, it just looks beautiful. It's a great show. You should really check it out if you like anime, or you want to learn, like, you want to watch new good animes. I don't know. Okay, this is what happens when you go really fast. Number 2, Fully Cooley, FLCL. This is another one that I learned from Adult Swim. I love this show. This is only 6 episodes long, and I adore this show. First off, the whole show's plot is completely ridiculous. It's one of those shows that, because it's so short and because it's so wacky, you have to sit through it a second time just to figure out what the hell's going on. But the general gist is that an alien slutty chick comes to Earth, crashes into a boy named Naoto, who's completely sick of just life, I guess. He's bored, and she is basically trying to locate trying to locate like this evil alien, and he comes through portals through people's heads, and there's a robot, and there's like a giant thing at the end, and there's like a cop after them, and it's just craziness. I'm probably not doing it justice, but the thing that makes this show so amazing, not just the crazy storyline, is the writing. The story, the writing is so good, it's so funny, the characters are so relatable and charming and strange, and the art is one of the best looking animes I've ever seen in my life, especially this one on the Blu-ray. They did this show justice. And above and beyond, I gotta talk about this. This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks in an anime I've ever seen, period. It's by this Japanese rock band, The Pillows. They've been going on for years and years, and they kick ass. You should just listen to it for the soundtrack alone. So fully cooley, check this shit out. And last but not least, the most given one of all time, the one that I love, the one that I grew up with on Toonami, the one that I was so captivated by how damn good it was. Dragon Ball Z. Now, I love Dragon Ball as well. GT, not so much, to be honest. But, man, this show just holds a place in my heart. I love everything about it. The characters, the story, the arcs. If you have not met somebody or know anything about, like, a little bit about DBZ, my God, you're missing out. This is, like, the pinnacle of anime. This, in my opinion, is one of the best animes ever made, period. And not just because it's successful, but because what made it successful was how damn well written and how well put together everything is. Funimation really just set like the bar so high with this show. Every character has something interesting going on. The filler feels not even like filler. The villains are badass and strong. There's a lot of yelling. There's Saiyans and they're fighting. You gotta look it up, alright? But anyways, this is my favorite anime of all time. I love Dragon Ball Z. I am a huge Dragon Ball Z nut. In any case, these are, let me pick these up. Sorry, Yu Yu Hakusho. These are my top 5 favorite animes of all time. Honorable mentions: Sailor Moon, Card Captors, Monster Rancher, Flint the Time Detective, What Up? S Cried, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star. There's a whole bunch more that I'm missing out on, but those are honorable mentions too. Check that shit out. Anyways, guys and gals, this was my top 5 of all time animes. You go watch this shit right now. Do it. Do it. Do it.